Hey everybody, it's Nick here from Crimson Medici, and I've got another video for you. We posted a little while ago that we had written a 7-minute corker of a track, and this video sort of explains the craziness of it and the beauty of it actually. So this is the track started with with me noodling, as I do, and I was noodling with this sound. Sort of a obscure sort of keyboard, and it's got some bowed instrumentation in there, and it's quite mysterious, and noodling away as I do, and came up with this riff. Now the great thing about that particular riff, it's really quite simple, but it's quite ambiguous, in that it's neither major nor minor. It's just kind of, it's what they call a power chord, a G. So it could be minor or it could be major. Up to you. You take the choice. Now later it becomes a minor, but in the way I'd written it was just sort of deliberate in that it could be major, could be minor. It was a bit mysterious, and then it transfers to the C. So really simple chord change, G to C, done a million times over. But again, power chords. So again, it's a little bit more sort of ambiguous. And the beauty of that is it means then that I can leave Wendy to come up with a melody that she feels. And it means that she's not dictated to by the minor or the major. She just feels it out herself, and which is a great way of writing, because it really then brings out the musician and the sort of the emotion, the feelings of what the lyrics mean to her and how they're coming about. As I said, this track's called Mirrors, and actually it's how, well, funny enough, it's how Wendy and I mirror each other in our emotions, and it's a song of beauty actually, and I'm particularly fond of this. So let me start it, and you can kind of get a gist of sort of where it goes. So
you move, I follow.
So immediately you sort of get that. Just get loved by that vocal. These are of course again guide vocals. These aren't the masters. Masters are going to be done later on in the month, but you get an idea of how great that is. So if I show you on the screen here, you've got 3 sets of vocals, which we're going to sort of focus on. So you've got these 2 blue ones, and then you've got this sort of purpley mauvey one. So the mauvey one is kind of the main lead vocal, and then the blue ones are her harmonies. And as I've explained in other videos, Wendy's got an amazing capability of natural harmony, which is a tremendous talent to have. It's a huge thing for a songwriter to have that sort of ability to be able to naturally harmonize. And it means then that you can make these songs just so much more interesting and powerful and emotive and so on. So I'm going to bring into the chorusy bit, if there is such a thing. So I'm going to start it here where it goes into a bit of a chorus or bridge, leading into sort of a bit of a guitar break. Then it does a middle 8, and then sort of out to the ending. So I'm just going to sort of let this run for a minute. So you get the idea. And then we've done something pretty crazy, but sort of a bit of a Pink Floyd-esque moment. So I'm just going to sort of turn this up. This is a big delay, so let's just sort of watch this. or hear this.
Always one, always two.
It's quite crazy, that delay, isn't it? That's tremendous. So I do need to turn her down a little bit. That's it, let her go. So we're going to a bit of a middle 8 break, and as you can hear, you've got that sort of multiple delays happening and so on and so forth. And they're still going, and they're still going. So now we're going to go into the middle 8, and so the middle 8 again, as I've explained in other videos, is a bit of a mix up, a bit of a change. We've done a verse, a chorus, we've done a verse, back into sort of a bit of a guitar break, then we go into a middle 8. So the middle 8 wants to be different, bit uplifting, bit of a change. So again, these are guide vocals, and I'm just going to mute out them a little bit, just so that you kind of get the idea of the change first. So let's just mute them out. So that's it, they're muted. So let's just... You get the idea. So now we're going to go into the final part, which is kind of into sort of these 3-part harmonies, which again is tremendous. So yeah, I'm going to solo these out just so that you can sort of hear how they work. So you've got
Every last moment finds its sound.
So again, you get the idea. Absolutely magic. And then we go sort of finally into the last chorus. I'll just let this roll. So there you go, you get the idea. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. It's a beautiful thing. If you like anything like Pink Floyd, anything a bit 070, the band Archive, there's a lot of bands out there that have done this sort of these big power ballads, bit of progressive rock. This is hopefully right up your street. So I hope you really enjoy this. This should be out towards the end of the year. And thanks for watching. I'm Nick, and see you next time.